Virginia Giuffre. I really want to talk about it. Warrior, thank you for joining us. Let us get into a couple of things that have been going on and exploding. First, give me a 5 by 5, and let's get right into Virginia's new memoir. 5 by 5. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. I see that Fred is here. Gracie loves George. Edie, please make sure you can hear me, you can see me before I start ranting and raving, perhaps, and lose track of if you can hear me and see me. So give me some 5 by 5s. Good enough. Gracie loves George. Virginia Giuffre. Her memoir was just released, and it's called Nobody's Girl, a memoir surviving abuse and fighting for justice. And I want to tell you why this is so important. I think Annie's with us. Hello from Florida. Hello, Annie. Welcome. I'll tell you why this is so important. Let's go back. We don't have any closure about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. We don't even have what really happened. Virginia Giuffre kicked off with that photo, if you recall, of Prince Andrew with his hand around her waist. She's wearing a midriff in, I think, what was, we were told, Ghislaine's townhouse in London, and she was a minor. Now, that picture came out around that whole Me Too movement. If you go back and think about that, about 5 years ago or so, people knew about Jeffrey Epstein for years, for decades, and nothing was ever done. But that picture at that particular point, when everybody was in that Me Too, sparked a fury. And she was, Virginia, the one voice that she talked about it before. Nobody really took her seriously, but she was the one that got other victims to come forward. She was also told that she would be protected, that she would be helped, that she would be supported in all of this. Because remember, this complete trauma, justice, seeking justice. What is the justice system? I talk about it a lot on the Warriors. We have to do a justice reform surrounding sex trafficking. People do not understand trauma. People do not understand trauma bonding. People don't understand, including our justice system and our law enforcement, unfortunately, not everyone, but as a whole, what's going on here and what we can do for these victims. What actually is a sex trafficking victim? Why don't they run away? Why do they willingly go off with somebody who abuses them? Remember, it's psychological warfare for these predators. So Virginia comes forward. She forms a wonderful foundation with another Epstein survivor that I've interviewed before in the Warriors, Teresa J. Helm, and they form SOAR, a found SOAR. They want everybody to soar if you're a victim, right? And you will be empowered and you'll stand together. Well, Virginia started writing this book a couple of years ago. I find it strange that she put out a few months before her death in April 2025 that she said, no matter what, I want this book published. All right, we'll let that one go. And it really describes not only her story of how she got involved in all of this, but her background, her trauma. And her story is one that I've heard from so many victims. It replicates it, almost exact words I've heard, and all people who don't know each other. So, what is important about this book is, again, we haven't had closure. We need to demand more transparency. We need to demand. I know people are demanding. There's actually a bill in Congress right now about the Epstein transparency, Epstein files, release them. I dare say we're not getting any new information at this point. I dare say wealth, power, institutions, media, all protecting, all of these wealthy people. I don't know why this is echoing. Am I echoing to everybody? Maybe not. These technical problems. Somebody tell me if they hear an echo in the background, because I hear myself with an echo. And before I go on, uh, hmm. Anybody hear an echo? No echo here. Interesting. No echo. All this big tech and all this AI and all this everything. And it seems like every time I'm trying to do a video on live, there's some sort of problem. Hmm. I'll just keep talking. As long as I sound okay to you. Interesting. I'll just keep going no matter how annoying it is for me. So again, this memoir from Virginia Giuffre is so important because, again, survivors, victims, not only of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, all of those who have suffered were looking to this story for somebody powerful, wealthy, to be held responsible. It's so interesting that my voice is echoing and getting louder here and I'm touching nothing. Hmm. I'm trying to see. Everything is set up as usual. Forgive me for this delay, everybody. I don't know why this is happening. Hmm. But you know what I'm going to do, everybody? I'm going to sign off and re sign on because I don't know what this is. So bear with me as people are filtering in, but we can't have this because I can't hear myself talking, echoing my ear. So forgive me for doing this, but that's what I'm going to do.